Hello, my lovelies. Welcome to Allotment of the Dead. I've not given up on the sun battery stroke infrared heater yet. Maybe I should have done. But what I've done is moved it to a smaller building. So I know you guys spoke about compartmentalization and making the area to be warmed a bit smaller. So what I've ended up doing is moving it whole kit and caboodle to the aubergine house behind me. So I've taken some readings now. I think it was 8.3 in the polytunnels, 9.2 in the new build, 8.5 in this aubergine house. It's not the aubergine house anymore, it's the jalapeno house. At least it will be when I get the jalapenos down here. So what I'm trying to do is get a space that I can actually use to actually bring the plants down a bit earlier. And if you can have a look there, look, you see those absolutely gorgeous little sweet peas. Absolutely fantastic little things. Let me switch you around. Okay, so there is the beast. I've got it all primed and ready to go. I'm just hoping it's not too close to the sides there. It should be all right. I think temperature wise we've only got as far as, I think it's 28 in the other place, 21. But this is a bit of a smaller area, so we'll see how it goes in here. Okay, so let me just show you these little fellas. So these are my sweet peas, a variety of different kinds. I give them a bit of a wobble every time I come down. The thing about plants is they need that little bit of lateral sideways movement to give them a little bit more strength. I've not got round to actually topping these yet. I will do at some point. That'll help them bush out a bit, but they've done really, really well. Even though temperature rise in here, it got down to, I think it was 1.3. Not recently, because what I've done over the last couple of days is I've actually put some more polycarb on the inside. So this was purely a, I guess, polythene kind of affair. Okay, it's infrared stable polythene, but it was just kind of used polytunnel cover to make this. I think I'm losing some of the heat-proof tape that I put in place. Oh well, maybe I need to replace that. I think that was the bits that they're on here, so I maybe need to replace that. But I've put a couple more polycarb bits up around, and I've got a couple of mirrors to actually reflect some of that heat back onto the beds. I've got one for show there. I like having a few mirrors around. Again, they came from my mum's house when we got rid of that, when we took it all apart. Right, so what I'm planning on doing is we're going to go from 8.3 to something really quite high, and I'm hoping that I'm not going to destroy the inside of this building. I hopefully won't, because if I do, I think I'm going to have to do all the repairs with polycarb, which would be a bit expensive. But I still do have some cover as well, so if the worst came to the worst, I could put some more cover on. We should be okay though. What's the worst that could happen? Right, let me just set fire to my leg. So I've primed this probably about 10 minutes ago. That just helps everything kind of soak in and that sort of thing. So this shield that's behind it should actually hopefully help to penetrate everything back a little bit more. Okay, it's nicely on fire again now. So it's got that nice blue flame. Oh, there's a bit of yellow in there as well, but for some reason that goes really blue quite quickly. But yeah. So what we'll do is we'll see how the temperature goes over the next 5-10 minutes while I'm here. The windows here are opening windows, and they don't actually seal very well. That's one of the things that I could maybe do in the summer, seal them a bit better. But having that little bit of air flow through here is probably going to be okay. I've sealed a few. There's a couple of holes around as well, so I've sealed those as well. But yeah, hopefully this should work in here a little bit better than it's worked in the polytunnels. Now if I can get some staging in here, so I've already got the drop down staging that we've got here. Let me just pull that down a second. So this drop down staging just goes back against the wall here like that. And then you put the big trays on. You see it actually just folds back against the side of the jalapeno house. So again, that's opened up this space a bit more. I'm hoping my wasabi, which has gone to flower at the moment. Now I don't know in terms of wasabi when it goes to flower, is that an issue? Please let me know if you have any ideas. I haven't dug out any of the roots yet. The leaves do taste quite nice. It's almost quite like a strong mustard, kind of the Chinese mustard. But yeah, really, really good. But yeah, the plants here should be really, really good. So a couple of primulas that my wife's got for her plot that we haven't taken up and planted yet. There's a thyme there, I think, and an oregano, as you guys in America, if you're out there, call it. And then we've got this, is this a saxifrage? Yeah, a lofty pink saxifrage. Okay, and actually while I'm here and saying how you say certain things, Jenny from the plot, if you get a chance, go and look at her plot. Absolutely fantastic. She is a comedy genius, absolutely hilarious in everything she does. I don't know whether she's intentionally doing it, but she is so funny. But I did say in one of my videos I was going to tell her how to say the particular variety of chili that I sent her. So just for Jenny out there, the actual variety of your chili is called a zebranche. So it's French, zebranche. And it's a cross between a bishop's hat, which I think you're already growing. Sorry, bishop's crown, not bishop's hat, bishop's crown. And the other one that it's actually part of is Ahi Fantasy. So those two particular ones make up the zebranche. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Now I'm wondering whether I need to turn this through 90 degrees and whether I actually want to, it's actually quite cold there. I don't want to be shifting this too much, I don't think. Okay, so the top of this is quite warm now. I'm getting, I think there's a little bit of fumes of some kind coming off in here. I don't think I'm going to gas myself, but I definitely need a CO2 meter, I think. The other thing I was going to try and do, put a couple more of these, see these nice little pumpkin head ceramics around, see if I can get them warmed up at the same time, but I'm not sure that will. I've tried to get the copper there in contact with the metal in the hope that that would warm that up a little bit better. Okay, I'm just going to step behind there and see if I've got any of the heat coming backwards. Doesn't seem to be at the moment, but it might do. It might do. But I think we've got a couple of cobwebs, so I guess the test really as to whether this is putting out soot or anything kind of carbon related would be how that actually looks in the morning. So these things that burn, potentially you can get a bit of soot coming out on these, and then you end up with kind of these blackened cobwebs. But we'll see how they look in the morning. It's obviously dry enough in here that the spiders are wanting to live in here. I absolutely love that thing. It's so simple, the process, that this little heated fan starts whizzing around and I get really quite happy about it. Oh man. So that's showing it's putting out some heat. Right, let's have a look. So it was it 8.5, was it? I can't remember. So we're up to 9.8. So it's nearly 10 degrees in here. I think I am starting to get a little bit of a hint of seemingly some sootiness in the air. But there is air coming through here, so hopefully that should be okay. It definitely looks fantastic in here though. And we'll see what happens. So that fan on the top should hopefully blow out all of the hot air in this direction. So we're up to 10.2 already, and it's only been a short period of time, less than 10 minutes, since we actually started this. 10.2. So what we're trying to do really is try and we'll burn this. It will probably burn out probably after about 2 hours, maybe 2.5, 3 hours at most, if we're lucky. And then I'm hoping that it will start and hopefully keep some of that heat in there, and that heat will be given out into the early morning, and hopefully keep this place a little bit warm. So yeah, smaller area. It's already at 10.5 now. I think this is probably going to get up to 30 degrees in here. Now, whether or not how quick that actually drops overnight, I don't know. But we'll compare this with the other outhouses and polytunnels in the morning as to how kind of hot that they stayed. I think we are anticipating. It's actually quite. He took my fingers off with the fan. Then it is actually quite warm. It's putting quite a bit of heat out, so that's quite nice. It's not putting much out that way. Okay, note to self: keep the butane gas away from the heat. I don't know why. I almost tested it with the bloody butane gas then. That was stupid. I am determined to kill myself. Should be okay. Right, I'm going to leave this. So we're at 11.1 degrees in here now. So I'm going to leave this overnight. What's the worst that could happen? 30 degrees, 40 degrees, 11.2. It's going up still. Yeah, it's not like setting off a bonfire in here, but it's doing his bit. Oh shit, what was that? What would have broken then? Something cracked. Okay. The ceramic is alright. There's no cracks in that. Okay. Yeah, we should be okay. Right. So it's 11.5 when I'm leaving. I'm going to lock this one up, and then we'll see what happens in the morning. Okay. So I'm not seeing any soot yet, so that should be okay. Right, I'll leave it tonight, and then we'll come in the morning. Right. Let's just lock this up. Okay, so I've got my little bomb in there. Crikey. I'm not going to open this window, but let me just show you. Okay, so that is the picture through yon window. Nicely, merrily heating up. Looks pretty impressive in there. Right, let's shut the window again. So, nice little latches. You can tell it's an allotment. You close the latch and then keep it shut with a stick. But there's a little bit of movement there, so there's a little bits of air and stuff can go in. It's not a massive amount, and the door is not completely sealed either, so all the way up. So there's a little bit of, I say, leakage in there. Right, so I've set that up for the day or the evening, and we'll see how that goes. Yeah, still got plenty to do. I need to think about planting my tomatoes tonight, I think. Yeah, we're halfway through March and I haven't done it yet, and I've got quite a few, especially as I need to do the growalong tomatoes for Mark's Gangang peanut grow along, taste along thing. So yeah, there's plenty to do, unfortunately. Right, I'm going to go back to the car, go home, grab something to eat, I think. Not sure what time it is. About 6:30. So that probably is going to be out by about 8:30, 9 o'clock at most. So we'll see what temperature holds, if any. I'll pop back here first thing in the morning before work, and we'll see how things are. Right, we'll see you on the next video. I'm loving these little experiments. It's brought back all of my kind of school days and science experiments and things like that. Even though I'm a scientist by trade, I don't get a chance to mess around with fire very often, and when I do, I'm a little bit, yeah, could do better, as they say. Right, we'll see you on the next video. So all the best, guys. Take care. Bye bye.